Thank you, Cher. It was awesome. Hey, guys. Apparently that story happened. Makes me sound a lot cooler than I am. It's so much more anxiety than that presented. All right, let's get started, I guess. So, when I was 22, I had taken every BuzzFeed quiz known to man. And although unconfirmed by a physician, I was pretty sure that I was a Gryffindor. I was definitely a Samantha, okay? And I probably had bipolar disorder, so all confirmed. 22 is a really confusing time because you've just pretended for 4 years to be an adult. You know, you wake up at 4 a.m. and because you're all stressed about your work, but you also, shotgun 4 beers in the library at 12 a.m. to focus, you know what I mean? No. Growing up hurts, all of it. You never have a chance to feel comfortable. Just when I would start to feel comfortable, I'd fall up the stairs, or I would get a nosebleed while giving Brandon S. a blowjob, in the cafeteria. I am gay, but I do give blowjobs, okay? Because I'm very competitive, okay? So, yeah. I don't know. But I was beginning to think there was a little bit more to my uncomfortableness. Because when I was younger, I'd be why, when I was in 8th grade, did I spend 3 nights writing the vocab word story? Stayed up all night. Why did I feel like I was crawling out of my skin to create this? And why did I only get an 85%? Okay. And why did I feel like sometimes when I walked down the hallways, I felt so low about myself and so awful about the way that I looked and how I felt about myself that I would black out when people looked at me? Yeah. I never really thought about that. So a little bit after I was diagnosed, my psychiatrist, she confronted me on something, and she was like, Camille, here's the deal. You're on a low-dose antipsychotic and a low-dose mood stabilizer. So I was like, oh, so I'm not that crazy. And she said, no, you're not that medicated. Yeah. So it doesn't feel good. Yeah. At the time, though, I kind of had the tortured artist thing going, I felt really, truly, I didn't have a God in my life at that point, but I just felt, probably through narcissism, that I was very important. You know what I mean? You guys disagree? Okay, whatever. Fuck you. Okay. No, I am special, right? Okay. I don't do this for my self-esteem at all, so it's fine. No, but it started to get worse, and I was starting to panic at work, and I was starting to not be able to sleep, and I couldn't talk to my friends. It started to bleed into my performance, and it would bleed into my writing, and it would bleed into the way that I came across, and I just couldn't be consistent. I started writing some really weird shit. Do you guys want to hear some of my openers? All right. Granola bars are a snack that I don't want. All right. That's it. Brad and Angelina adopt a highway. All right. Thank you. Okay. Fish have a memory of 5 seconds. And fish in captivity, there was a study that shows that they get depressed. So fish keep forgetting that they're depressed. That's it. Okay, great. One time I just walked up and I sang this. My heart's so free, you know it's my destiny. I teach you and you teach me. Camille, man. Camille, man. I didn't write that, so then I went to the hospital. You get so much shit right from the beginning when you get to the hospital. You guys been there before? Anyone? Okay, great. Just everyone on this show. Awesome. It's a whole theme, apparently. Yeah. They get you right from the beginning because you get the fucking hospital socks, you know? How insulting. Okay. That shit has grippies on both sides, okay? How crazy do you think I am that I'm going to be walking and it's going to spontaneously flip over 180 degrees, okay? So insulting. And art therapy, okay? That is the cruelest thing you can do to someone in a hospital who isn't good at visual art, okay? It's like, oh, she's crazy. She's not even creative, okay? Shit's hard. There's just a guy who comes in the middle of the night, and he like sneak attack takes your blood pressure, and then is like surprised that you wake up, and then he's like, "Did you poop today?" It's awful. Like, I'm never pooping again after that. That's it. Haven't pooped in 3 years now. No, but the worst is like every 48 hours, right, you get into a room and there's just 10 people who are talking about you and talking about your chart and the medications that you should take for the next 48 hours and what you're feeling. And you don't get to say anything. And then they wouldn't let me leave until I called my mom to pick me up. And they knew nothing about my mom or my relationship with my mom. And I was 22. I wasn't on her health insurance, but they were like, you need to have someone pick you up who's in your family. So I called my mom. I was like, hey, Camille, my mom. That was a little levity for you guys, but you missed it. That's okay. And she came and she picked me up, and the next day I went back to work. And at the time I worked at the National Institutes of Mental Health. And there was some work drama while I was gone. And work drama is the worst because it's like high school drama part 7. But it's like, you're a bitch, per my previous correspondence. Okay. Yeah. But I found out that while I was gone, my whole lab had a meeting about me and the projects that I was on, and they decided as a group what projects I was going to be taken off of when I got back and what responsibilities I could handle and who I would report to. And yeah, it sucked. I don't have anything. Everyone had really beautiful words about their experiences, but I just had never felt so low about myself, and I wasn't expecting it from that place, from the NIMH. And I guess what I'm trying to say is that I think we've come so far in the way that we're able to talk about mental illness and the way that we've eliminated some practices that were crude and archaic. We've been able to own it as individuals, but I don't think that we've really improved in the way that we give those individuals agency in their mental health. And I think we have still failed to teach our children that it's not okay the way they're feeling and that it's not beautiful. Thank you.